Times you gotta bend so you don't break. Used to feel at my wits and learn to meditate. Had to be alone, get away from home. I am not in Kansas. Investments on the mind. I am body grinding the stew, Pro Tools the canvas. My FaceTime me just to say, sweetie, wear your mask in the booth. I laugh it off, get my word on well, then I throw a fit to the task is through. Who do you think gonna do this if I don't do it for myself? Nobody else. Took time from writing. Excitement is all I felt. Feel like it's
So, welcome to another episode of My Witz End. And I wanted to spend this episode explaining what got me into making music. The reason I want to talk about this is to hopefully inspire someone out there who's watching and listening to listen to my music, and reach out if you want to collaborate. If my music helped you or inspired you in some kind of way, feel free to comment in the comment section. If you're curious about what my music is about and where to find it, please comment in the comment section. I do have it on streaming services, popular streaming services, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal. I started making music out of a need to feel heard. I have all these ideas in my head. You know, I'm 12, I'm 13, I'm 15, I'm going through high school. I'm a lone wolf, so I never really needed a whole lot of like people always, following me or that I needed to follow. I either had a girlfriend or I didn't. I always had I knew everybody. I had my crew, I had my squad, but people didn't know I made music because it wasn't something that I was doing to try to be famous or to put myself out there. I was doing it truly for expression. I would unscrew the hinges in my mom's studio in the basement so I could go in and record. And there wasn't even any official recording equipment. It was more so like just her computer, and it would be this little skinny little green microphone. Had no real juice to it. It wasn't really a compressed microphone or anything like that. It was just more so just this little small mic, and me and my brother taped it to the wall, and we put up a bunch of cardboard boxes for some reason, thinking that was soundproofing. We had no idea what we were doing, but we did it. God rest his soul. Love you, Terrence. And we would just press the record button on this simple, really, really simple program called Audacity. For all starting artists trying to record themselves out there who don't have access to a Pro Tools, to a Studio One, to a Fruity Loops, whatever. Audacity, you can download it right offline. It's not the most sophisticated software, but it has just about everything you need to get started. With that being said, we would just press the record button. There was no real mixing at first. There was nothing like that. Heck, even before that, we would record on my speakers, my boombox that my grandmother and my mom got me for my birthday. And I reverse engineered so that you could record, because there was no actual record button on it. We did something with the playback. I forget what we did. But, we would just record on cassette tapes. That's how old I am now. Now I'm revealing my age. But it's fine, because with age comes wisdom. So, yeah. And we would record that way. And I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud to look back on it, because there was nothing but evolution. It's just, I remember days being in the car with my boy, Scotty P. Shout out Scotty P. And we was there with some young ladies, and he just slipped my music on. It's just playing, and we just waiting. We just waiting to see what the response is gonna be. And the girl was like, she was like, I don't like this. And my boy Scotty started laughing his ass off, and I was just like thinking in my mind, man, fuck you. But because you think you're so hot, You always think you're so dope when you're an artist, when you're starting out, when you're just getting into this. My mix was trash. There was no mix. I swore I could sing. You know, my flow wasn't what it is now. You know, evolution is key. Growth is key. Don't be afraid to grow. Yo, don't. And you know, times like that I look back on now, and the compliments I get, and the way people look up to me and look at me when it comes to music and mixing and mastering and business, and it's a blessing. And you know, one of the key elements to all of this is to always self-reflect. Take time out of your week. It doesn't have to be every single day that you're constantly like abusing yourself through critiques, but just when you're looking in the mirror, the simple concept of a mirror is a man-made thing, really. We created it out of manipulating sand and whatever. The original concept was water. I guess that was the first reflection that we really got to see ourselves through. And it's a privilege to be able to see yourself physically for who you are, for what you are. We could go through life just seeing everything else and never seeing ourselves physically. So look at that as a privilege, not to be all extra deep and everything, but do that. This is what I do. And then remember that means that first and foremost, we always have to look inside, not on the outside. And in doing so, you'll always keep track of where your spirit is at, what you really stand for, what's really on your mind. At least I pray you do. That's what got me into making music. I remember I wanted to learn to write music, and I was watching Romeo and Juliet, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and I think Claire Danes, I think her name is. And he's just writing in this little journal, this little diary thing, and I was like, damn, that looks deep. That looks smooth. Girls probably gonna like that. I gotta learn to do that. I was probably like 8 years old, 9, younger. But I'm here now. And if you haven't heard my music, I'm a hip hop artist. I do a little bit of R&B. I work with all kinds of great artists. You know, I love connecting. If you're an artist out there and you're listening to me right now, watching me right now, please reach out. Even if you just have questions, if you want to come to the studio, if you want to check out what I do. Studio is located in Rockville, Maryland. Also got a facility out in Las Vegas. All right, my heat's cutting on, and it's gonna mess up my sound, so I'm gonna go. Love y'all. Be great. See you on the next episode.
Sometimes you gotta bend so you don't break. Used to feel in my wits and learn to meditate. Had to be alone, get away from home. I am not in Kansas. Investments on the mind. I am body grinding. The Stu Pro Tools, the canvas. My FaceTime me just to say, sweetie, wear your mask in the booth. I laugh it off, get my word out well, then I throw a fit to the task. It's through. Who do you think gonna do this if I don't do it for myself? Nobody else. Took time from writing. Excitement is all I felt. Feel like it's